I don't know if Kakoti says you guys are here to change the scene and fill the voids. Let's go. Am I right, Lenny? That's what we're about.
Well,
that's what we're about.
100%. Okay. Listen, 3 years ago you talked about a toxic environment. Like, we're not talking about toxic, right? Like, that's in the past.
Right.
Right. Just that, like I talked about, like making mistakes, learning from it, doing it better. Well, you know what? We're gonna do it better. Right? You show up. You just walk with us because we're walking with you.
Axel is on the wraparound here. Gets the first pick on Sway. Mindfuck, what are you doing? special player. He is from Bangladesh. He is currently playing for the lineup of Exkili eSports. Please give it up for Sami.
Hello, guys. Thank you for having me. I've been in the South Asian scene for quite a bit, I think, for a year, I think, for the past year.
But yeah, tell us how the Exkili experience has been, and what's the gaming scene like in Dhaka? That's what I was really interested to hear about.
Honestly, I'll start with Dhaka first. Like, gaming scene in Bangladesh wasn't that big. When I was playing Counter Strike, like CS:GO, before I played Valorant, the gaming scene was very small. Like every Counter Strike player knew every other Counter Strike player. It was that
Right.
small. People I never imagined that would play Valorant played Valorant, and people came from so many different communities. Like mainly Valorant players have Counter Strike players,
Right.
but in Bangladesh, the whole community has like Fortnite players, Dota players, League of Legends players,
Overwatch probably.
Overwatch, yeah, PUBG, like a whole mix
Right.
of
Right.
people.
How's your experience been with Exkili eSports?
So like at first, the actual experience was pretty nice. Like it's nice to play back at home, and it was getting better because all of a sudden, our like owner of actually Arif announced that we're gonna have a boot camp. So which was
Right.
surprising.
What would you say is your biggest dream for Exkili? And you and the other guys, what would you say is the what is the one thing that you probably want to achieve as a team?
I would say that being the number one in South Asia and dethrone global esports and
Let's
become
go.
the king of the hill.
That's the
That
goal
would be the
right there.
dream.
Straight up.
Okay,
Favorite player in South Asia right now?
me.
Sami, let's go. That was the best response I've got to that question so far.
This is Sami, SS Sami from Exili Esports, and we will be playing the League Ego Championship 2021. And I hope you guys will watch that starting from December 1st.
My next guest playing currently for the lineup of Salt Esports, playing the League Ego Challenger Series this time, Mr. Beast from Salt Esports. What's up, dude? How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
What is the gaming scene like in Pakistan and in Karachi?
In Karachi and in Lahore, I want to say in Karachi and Lahore, these are the two biggest cities in Pakistan in which esports is like quite big.
Right.
Other than, yeah.
Right. And that's because they are like the bigger metropolitan kind of
Yep.
cities. Can you tell us maybe the funniest or the strangest incident that you can remember from your esports career?
My old teammates pulled out a prank on me, and they told me that our teammates named Jivix left us, and I was so upset by that news. They even made a video of me, and I was sitting on a chair, and I was like, what to do next? It was quite embarrassing and funny as well.
But yeah, any teams from the League Ego Challenger Series that you're particularly looking forward to playing against?
I want to say Exili because they're looking pretty good.
Yeah, they are. How do you stay calm in a clutch situation?
Well, here's the thing. I don't. I simply don't.
Well said. And for this interview, I have prepared a little rapid fire set of questions. Are you ready for it?
Yeah, sure.
Alright. Reina or Jet?
Right now.
Phoenix or Yoru?
Phoenix.
Best Valorant player in Pakistan right now?
Shooter. No cap.
Least favorite gun skin?
Wasteland.
Same. And even the other thing, the one that can see through thing. Why did they even make those? I don't understand.
Yeah.
Reaver or Prime?
River.
Vandal or Phantom?
Vandal.
Eco by Marshall or Sheriff?
Sheriff.
Killjoy or Cypher?
Killjoy.
Favorite map?
Ascent.
Alright. And map you hate playing the most?
Breeze, because I have Viper in it.
Brilliant, dude. That was a awesome rapid fire.
Hi, my name is Beast from Salt Esports, and we are participating in League Ego Challenger Series 2021. Please come and support us. Live stream will start from 1st December. See you guys there.
I don't
Yeah,
know if
listen.
Kakoti says you guys are here to change the scene and fill the voids. Let's go. Am I right, Lenny? That's what we're about.
Bro.
That's what we're about.
100%. Okay. Listen. 3 years ago, you talked about a toxic environment. Like, we're not talking about toxic, right? Like, that's in the past,
Right.
right? Just that, like I talked about, like making mistakes, learning from it, doing it better. Well, you know what? We're gonna do it better, right? You show up, you just walk with us because we're walking with you.
Axel is on the wraparound here. Gets the first pick on Sway. Mindfuck, what are you doing? All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. My name is Grizzly, and I have Ready Whipped right next to me. What's up, Tyler? How you doing, man?
What's going on? Back for another day of the League Ego 2021 Challenger Series. And today we have Reckoning Esports versus Weird Esports in our semi-final match.
I'm super excited for this one. This is the second semi-final, folks. And the first finalist is already confirmed. It's going to be God Particles who's going to be playing that final on Saturday. And they will be facing off against the winner from one of these teams. Now, Tyler, we're almost set to get going, but just before we get into the game, there's something here on my stats board that's really caught my attention on the side of Weird Esports that we have to talk about. 100% win rate so far for them on Haven, at least that's the stats on valor.gg. And we've looked into how many games they've played. It looks like they've played 8 matches on Haven, and they won every single one of them.
Yeah, so to play 8 matches on Haven and have a 100% win rate, that's incredible. And just so you all know what the lineup is, we have Haven, Ascent, and then if it goes to a tiebreaker, we're playing Bind today. And so, I mean, just based on this insane stat, 100% win rate on Haven, I guess we should expect Weird Esports to win the first map on Haven.
I agree. And I mean, it looks so one-sided at this point, and it's also interesting that the 3 maps that Weird seems to be doing particularly well, Tyler, are the 3 maps that are selected for today: Ascent, Bind, and Haven.
Yeah, and I think, honestly, just looking at the stats that are on the screen right now, Reckoning Esports with a 32% win rate on Haven. So I think Reckoning Esports, now this doesn't say anything, listen, folks, this doesn't say anything about today's matchup. I mean, the Reckoning Esports versus Weird Esports, anything could happen. And these players are ready to go. And whoever wins this matchup is going against God Particles in the finals. And God Particles yesterday, with an incredible show out, they did not let up yesterday against True Rippers. And we are very excited to see what happens as these two teams face off in this semifinals. It was a long road to get here. 32-team tournament started back in November, but we're getting close to the end, everyone. And so I think our players are ready. I think we're about to jump into this matchup.
We are, and a couple of players here that really attracted my attention here, Tyler. Number 1, Smokey, of course, has been a standout player in this tournament. We saw him in the previous edition when he was playing for FS Esports, and
Yep.
the infamous incident. I'm sure you would remember, Tyler, when Paradox knifed him on Haven. And then from that point on, the man absolutely lost it, and he just went on a killing spree from then on, and went on to win the game, and was also the match MVP. And I've noticed that in this tournament so far, we've seen a similar version of him again. Very aggressive, very
Yep.
clinical.
Which is really exciting, and I'm so sad that Smoke A and Paradox aren't going to be able to face off in the finals because of True Rippers getting booted out yesterday. But with Smoke A coming in against some of these great Reckoning esports players, I mean, with the way that he's been playing, I'm not going to be shocked if he just pulls off some crazy stuff. 20 bomb, 30 bomb. I've had the golden tongue a little bit. Yesterday was not as good, but I don't think that's my fault. But I think we're going to see some awesome things from Smoke A. I'm excited to see the teamwork that these two teams have, the communication, and how they use their positions, and honestly, the agent compositions as well. We've been talking about the team's most used agent compositions as we've been casting this tournament. And most teams haven't surprised us. True Rippers definitely surprised us yesterday. But looking at Reckoning Esports on Haven, the first map we'll get into, they're typically, we can expect to see a Jet, an Omen, the Sova, a Killjoy, and we'll see if they change it up. We'll see if they stick to what they know. Yesterday, God Particles stuck to what they know, and it pulled out for them. So for Weird Esports and Reckoning Esports to come in today, I'm just really excited to see some fantastic gameplay.
Agreed. I don't know if surprise is the word that I would use to describe True Ripper's performance yesterday.
Yeah, maybe not.
Against God Particles, man. I mean, with all due respect. Maybe they just had a bad day, but that's fine. Another player that I'm interested to see today is going to be Pixels, because Pixels, as you might remember, Tyler, is a player that has moved recently from Team Valor to Weird Esports. So Pixels has previously won this tournament twice. Won the League Ego tournament twice with Valor, and obviously he's an Astra main. I think he's a controller main, so he might switch between the Astra and the Viper. So excited to see him as well. Bad Love, another popular name. I'm excited to see that man as well. And on the side of Reckoning Esports, we got to talk about a few players.
Right. Yeah.
Ayan Q, that man. Yeah, Tyler, you remember yesterday I was talking about the MVP standings and how Paradox was number 2 in that list. Ayan Q was actually number 4th. So
number 4, okay.
Yeah, so in the MVP standings in the gauntlet. So he's a big player. He's a Jet main. Excited to see him. He's an aggressive, fearless player. So I'm definitely looking forward to some action from him as well. Another player that I'm obviously we have on our screens right now is Trist, who we've talked about a lot before. Right.
And he's coming in with an average combat score of 209.8. Not bad. Definitely pretty good. And, he is a crucial part of Reckoning Esports' success, especially as he comes in on the Killjoy main. And we're going to be looking for him to lock down some sites, assuming he picks Killjoy, to lock down some sites and to really help his team to secure these victories. He is like I just said, he's a crucial part of Reckoning Esports' success. And it looks like, folks, we are all ready to go. We're going to jump into Haven and see these two teams finally match up as we go to Agent Select.
Excited to see this, and there you go. First things first, Ayan Q will be locking onto that
Ayan Q on the Jet. Triss locking in the Killjoy.
Bond F is going to be on the Sky. I'm excited for that. Lucia is going to be on the Astra, and it looks like Paradox is going to be on the Sova. Tyler, on the side of Weird, you wanna walk us through the Weird lineup, Tyler?
Yeah, so Weird coming in. Only 2 locked in so far, with Deadly on the Cypher and Pixels on the Astra. Bad Love thinking about choosing the Jet, Rio on the Sova, Smoke A, excuse me, on the Phoenix, and not too bad of an agent composition here, as they're going to be looking to control. I mean, they control and initiate a lot of fights and control some sites too. And so with 10 seconds left, I'm thinking that Weird Esports is going to be locking in this lineup, as they get a nice chance to see exactly what Reckoning Esports is going to do.
Yeah, I
3,
mean,
2, 1, and we're in.
it looks like it's gonna be exactly that. And interesting to see Smokey on the Phoenix. He does particularly enjoy playing this agent, Tyler, on Haven. While in maps like Ascent, I've seen him really enjoy the Sky a lot. Rio is going to be on the Sova. Deadly is going to be on the Cypher. Yeah, I mean, those are great picks. I've seen that before. Bad Love on the Jet. Excited to see that, man. And Pixels on the Astra doesn't surprise me one bit.
All right, we're getting in. Oh, I can feel it. I can feel it's going to be a good game. It's going to be a good matchup this evening.
I know I have the same feeling, Tyler. I have the same feeling, and I hope it doesn't.
I don't know why we feel that way, but
yeah, I hope it doesn't turn out like yesterday.
I don't think either of these teams. I think they've had a chance to have a few days of rest from their last matchup in this tournament, and I don't think either of these teams are going to be throwing this away today. Weird Esports with a pretty spread out look right now before they start. We'll see which direction they choose to go. It looks like they're just sitting back waiting for that Sova dart. They knew that was coming in.
Yeah, good read from Pixels.
Weird Esports very, very patient, nice and slow. Bad Love making his way up, using Astra's little bubble there to hide, and easily getting on C.
Need that back.
I don't know if anyone's actually seen anybody yet.
Yeah, I'm
They're
surprised.
just shooting blindly.
I'm surprised the Bad Love is already in such a deep position. So much control over Seaside, Tyler, like you rightly said.
We'll see. It looks like Reckoning Esports, they're kind of gathering on that side of C as Weird starts to plant.
Planted.
And Spike's been planted, and we still see a 5v5. No one's touched each other yet. So I'll be very interested to see once we start seeing some confrontation here. It looks like we have Trist coming up on. Oh, and Trist gets taken out. First kill of this matchup.
How did Deadly do that despite being flashed? I was a bit surprised with that. Reckoning Esports quite happy. Quite happy to do the full retake and an interesting plant here. Take a look at this. That plant
Weird is
accessible from C-Long Cubby, and Weird is doing well. Weird is
Bad
done
Love
so
taking
well.
out Sova and the Jet, and it's a team ace. The first round of this matchup is a team ace that was calculated. I mean, they knew exactly what they were doing there. None of that was chaotic, and they were not stressed at all in that team ace.
Yeah, I was a bit concerned that Reckoning was so happy to go in for the retake. But Weird really playing that post-plant situation to perfection, near perfection. Interesting plant as well, Tyler. Usually the C-Long plant is a bit deeper on C side, so it can be accessed from C-Long. But this particular plant was accessible even from C Cubby, and I think that was an interesting one.
And they knew that was happening. Clearly, Weird Esports is communicating well, because they all knew, okay, we're gonna plant here, and then we're gonna back up and just watch them try and defuse. Really quickly coming in with the altercation. Bad Love just trying to spray and pray right there.
Manages to get a couple as well. It's Ayan with the shotty.
It seems like they're backing up. Rio shoots a shock dart trying to keep Lucia off his tail as they make their way, I think, to A. I think.
Yeah. And Deadly's already on site. He's locking this down.
Ion Q giving up the weapon, gets taken out
with a molly.
That Phoenix molly just. How do you die to that?
And Pixels
there we
will
go.
clean it up.
Weird Esports just cleaned up. Didn't need to do too much there. 4 of them left alive. Bad Love, the only one being taken out.
It's going to be a full buy, however, this time around, Tyler, from Reckoning Esports, and Weird will be quite happy to go in for like a bonus, it looks like. Yep, it looks like that.
Yep. Looks like, and Weird, obviously, you know, full of Spectres right now. Looks like 1 Vandal. Economy's looking great, full shields, and yeah, I think Reckoning has to do a full buy, full shields right here, just to try and take a map.
And here's a fun thing we can do, Tyler, is count the number of times Smokey gets his ultimate, okay? And here's number 1. We're on round 3.
There he goes. Ultimate came in handy right there. Got a kill off of it. And everyone's gathering at A. Reckoning Esports coming in. And honestly, let me just... what's been incredible to me so far is Pixels on the Astra knows exactly where to place all of the utilities and is just predicting every move. Look at that. Pixels knew exactly where they would be, placing blinds, placing the pull-in utilities, and so like, man, Pixels is really impressing me on the Astra.
And a bonus in the bag as well, Tyler. I have to say, it felt a bit too easy for them. It felt a bit too easy for a team that only came in with Spectres.
It did, and you know, until the map switch midway through, I mean, Weird, their economy's looking really good. They're not going to be weak for at least the next few rounds, even if they lose. So, Reckoning coming in with the Marshal, a Ghost, and 3 Sheriffs, no shields, and this is going to be a tough map, a tough round for them to win. Pixels taking out 1, setting up some more utility. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard on the Sheriff to really face off against a team with full buys here.
Yeah, and Bondev doing well, though, to get 1 back. It's a 3v4 situation. Reckoning surely against the ropes.
Spike dropped.
We'll see what they do as Weird Esports makes a rotation, and it looks like Reckoning Esports is just kind of following their path here. They may run into this Cypher trap. No, they find it. Weird Esports making their way to A. They're going to be met by Lucia, though, and that Marshal. But once again, Pixels knowing exactly where to place the utilities and when to set them off. Just incredible gameplay from Pixels.
And Bondev doing well here. Gets a second pick with the Vandal that he managed to salvage. And now a 2 versus 3. Now this is kind of doable for Reckoning Esports. So
yeah, they're playing really, really nice. All they need to do... Oh,
they know.
Is she going to walk in? She's going to walk in and see. Just look to your left. Oh, not quite able to do it. And Lucia very low. Able to pick up a Phantom, but... we'll see. Just couldn't do it. And Weird Esports once again taking the 4th round.
An uncharacteristic whiff from Smokey there on CT side. I thought that Sky Flash will actually catch him out, but Bondev really flashing onto side. And honestly, Smokey should have got both those picks there. But the round nonetheless in the bag. 4-0 on the scoreboard. Weird Esports looking good today.
Looking really good. And I mean, I guess they're kind of proving their 100% win rate on Haven right now. Now, 4 rounds is nothing to brag about. We have a long way to go in this map, and so we'll see. But look at this.
You are divided.
The
strong B push going in real quick with the Astra divide, and this may cause them. There's a swarm grenade going off, and Bad Love, excuse me, trying to get out of that swarm grenade so she can plant. She's gonna get caught by Triss though, as they're still trying to push B, and the spike is in the middle of B. So if Weird is gonna do this, they need to get into B, and Reckoning's locking it down.
Good response from Reckoning Esports. Good response from them this round. They've got a huge man advantage now, 5 versus 3, and they have spike. Yes, they've got spike control.
They do, right in the middle of B. It was a really unfortunate placement on Bad Love's part. Now they didn't know that Triss would be there, but And we'll see what Weird does. They're down to Rio, Smoke A, and Deadly, and let's see what kind of retake goes on here. Smoke A just kind of trying to take on the whole thing by himself. It's caught out a little bit, and they're not going to pursue him. But look at this.
Left.
Lucia coming in behind, trying to get the flank. We'll see if she's able to get the angle on Smoke A as he goes in.
No.
And they're going to retake B. They have the spike.
One by one. They fell too easily. And now Lucia.
How did they do that? And Lucia is the only one left that can help, and still not able to do it. That was an incredible retake on B by Weird Esports.
I think Reckoning Esports will be a little bit hard done. And there you go. That timeout.
This is a good.
It's a good timeout.
This is a good timeout by Reckoning. They definitely needed to regather. Good on their coach to recognize that they need to have a bit of a communication point here.
Agreed. And looking at the scoreboard, Tyler, again, I think you've got the golden ton today, man. Because Pixels is on 6 and 1. He's got 5 assists. This man is looking really good already with just 5 rounds.
I'm telling you, dude. Just 5 rounds in, and it's not even just, I mean, he's winning his gunfights. He's in great position. But, I mean, like I said before, what's impressed me most is just, like, he's reading the minds of Reckoning Esports with these Astra utilities. And it's just been incredible to see. And so I'm thinking, you know, at the end of this timeout, I mean, look at the economy of Weird Esports. Like, they're not going anywhere anytime soon. Reckoning still able to get some full buys in there. But if they want to keep their any type of momentum they might build with one full buy, they're gonna need to start winning some rounds.
Yeah, no cap. They've got to win rounds. They've got to win rounds quickly.
No cap.
Any predictions of what did Reckoning Esports just discuss in that timeout, Tyler? What do you think they?
You know, I think based off that last round where they just couldn't hold down B and Weird was able to take it back. I think what they talked about is just like, hey, look, we need to be sure to keep our heads late into the round. Oh my gosh, huge shot on Deadly from Ion Q.
Was that a Marshall headshot? Yeah,
that was a Marshall headshot. Just took him out down the lane. But yeah, I think it's just all about keeping their heads late into the round.
Pixels, a couple of picks on his side.
Gosh.
I think he's confused. Maybe he thinks he's a duelist.
I'm not sure he knows which agent he chose here. Oh man, and Paddock's just getting caught out, not able to see around the corner that quick. Oh my gosh, no scope by INQ. That was incredible, but still gets taken out. And Weird Esports able to come in and kind of clean up shop here. But with what I was saying, I don't think losing that round negates what Reckoning Esports talked about in their timeout. I think their coach was probably just saying, hey, we need to keep our heads late into the round. Let's not go crazy. Let's not let them control. We need to take some control of how this is going.
Some glimpses of brilliance from Ayan, it has to be said, with that Marshall, a couple of nice picks.
That was pretty awesome.
But Weird Esports, though, complete domination so far on Haven. I mean, the execution of these plays is looking close to perfection, Tyler, so far.
Yeah, and you know, mostly full buys on Reckoning Esports' part. And so we'll see if they can really take advantage of this if they're going to keep it.
Smokey just did his ultimate for the second time, by the way, Tyler. 2. I'm counting that. I'm serious about it.
2 and 6.
I mean, that's what he does.
Every 3 rounds.
Yeah, because he
every
just goes.
Rounds,
he just pops off, and then he gets so many ultimates, and he makes it work. He uses them so well for his team. Oh, Deadly. Did he just? He wallbanged Lucia through garage door.
Wow. Yeah, a lot of fighting happening around garage door right now, which is really interesting. It looks like Weird is thinking about going to A, but hasn't made any dedication yet. And Bond might just run into Pixels. This Pixels just holds down that corner as the rest of Weird Esports goes to C long. Able to take out Iron Q, who had the op, it looks like, I think.
Yeah, that shot on Deadly should have connected.
30
I'm not gonna lie. That should have connected, and now Reckoning find themselves in the
There's Smoke A. Throwing up that firewall, closing off that side. Able to take out, let's see if he can take out Paddock as well. He does not, but the attackers win anyway.
And Pixels is there to clean it up again, man. Pixels, this is the second or
Pixels,
third
dude.
time I'm seeing him lurking around. He's flanking the flankers, Tyler. He comes behind the defenders. He lurks late in mid. And he ends up flanking them as they try the retake. And that can be, honestly, as a player, that is the most annoying thing when you're trying with your team to retake a site. And then you have someone from the attacker team flanking you from behind. It is so
Someone
annoying.
else's. Yeah, when you're flanking and someone from the opposite team starts flanking your flank, I mean, it has to kind of be getting in their heads now. And so, you know, I think we just need to see Reckoning Esports once again coming in with an eco round, basically. Might as well be, and we really need to see them put something together. It just kind of looks like they're trying to respond to what Weird is doing, and they need to start, you know, executing their own game plan and take over this match.
Deadly
Ion Q
gets
taking
one.
him down, but very low health. Okay,
Gets the gun. Lucia gets the vandal.
Lucia gets the Vandal.
Taking that back.
Thought about going in on the Sova there. And we'll see here. Paddock's gonna send out the Owl just to gather some info on this. He needs to check that corner. Good check on that corner. He knows Bad Love is there. Let's see if he can get it. Yep, gets him with the Spectre.
Player standing.
And I'm not sure if he knows Pixel's there.
I don't know if he knows if
Walks
Pixels
right,
is there.
hits the Vandal though. Did not know he was there. And another team ace from Weird Esports. They did one this round, and they did one the very first round. And man,
There's a
what's your magic number on this map? Have we passed that already?
Oh, I think it was 7, honestly. 7 and they're good.
Oh man,
I mean, honestly, in this match, the magic number for me is Weird Esports' 100% win rate. that number is magical.
Yeah,
There's a
100% win rate on Haven. That's insane, and they're proving it.
They're proving it. There's a fun comment on the chat, Tyler. Is dear casters, Pixel is born a duelist. It doesn't matter what agent he plays. He's a born
Yeah,
duelist.
it doesn't matter. Astra, I mean, this man could pick Sage. He's a duelist. It doesn't matter.
11 and 1, Tyler. Someone needs to calm this guy down. 11 and 1.
He is 11 and 1. He is providing for his team right now. If they ever go out, he's going to be there. And I think honestly, this is. I mean, we're getting close to the halfway point in just a few rounds, or just one round, it looks like. And you know, another full buy from Reckoning, and it would be really nice to see them at least win one before the switch with this full buy that they're coming in with. And it looks like a technical pause on Reckoning Esports part.
Yeah, for sure. Another funny comment is Smokey farming the orbs.
Yeah, this man's goal is to pop off his ultimate at least 7 times per
Yeah.
map. So
And we're already at 2, folks. We're already at 2,
Yeah.
so for sure. Folks, while we wait for this technical timeout to finish, just to remind you guys, this is the semi-finals of the League Eco Challenger series, and the second semi-final at that. The first semi-final was yesterday. We had a team True Rippers taking on God Particles, and honestly, God Particles coming out on top, sealing their spot for that finals, and they will be facing off the winner of this match. This is a best of 3 tonight. The map pool is Haven, and then we head over to Ascent, and if there's a tiebreaker, we're going to be heading over to Bind. We looked at the stats for both these teams, and honestly, Weird Esports are looking really strong on all 3 of these maps. So, I'm not going to call it. I'm not going to call it this early, because Reckoning is a pro team, and I know what they're capable of. So,
right, I mean, they've gotten this far. They've gotten to the semifinals, and they've played in plenty of other tournaments in India that have proven that they deserve to be here and that they're good enough to hang with the best. You know, I think this map right now does not say anything about Reckoning Esports. What it really says something about is Weird Esports and their just domination of Haven. I mean, they have Haven figured out, it seems. Smokey getting taken out by Bond F.
that's helpful. That's
going to be big for them to possibly win this round. And now it's a 5v4 in Reckoning Esports' favor. And let's see here. We have Rio on the Sova coming around the corner. IonQ's kind of just waiting for him there. And IonQ, he might just be waiting for the Sova, but he's gonna be caught out. Recon Volt able to get out.
He
with those,
survived?
jet dashes.
How did he survive that?
Didn't even get touched. Now it's a C-long battle right now, and somebody's got the op. I can hear that.
Yeah,
that's
it's
bad love on the jet.
It's bad love, exactly.
Big rotation coming in now from Weird Esports. Let's see where they go. Looks like they're going to try and head over to C with 30 seconds left. Paddocks with the Sova waiting for them to come. And let's see if they can take this. Two of them are going to go one way, but Rio's going to get taken. Rio is going to be seen, excuse me, swarm grenade, and it's just down to him. Reckoning Esports has not lost. Okay, as I say that, they lose a player, but okay. What did I say? It'd be really nice for them to win a round before the switch. Not
The
quite
golden
at the
tongue,
switch,
man.
I don't think yet.
It's your
Golden
it's your
tongue.
day, Tyler. It's your day.
There it is, dude, and that was a round they needed. And look at this now. Eco's turned around in their favor a little bit. Weird clearly has enough eco to get back into a full buy and come in here. But if you're Reckoning Esports, Grizzly, I imagine you have to feel good after that round.
Most definitely. A huge sigh of relief. I think they must be breathing right now. Finally off the mark. 8-1. It's not a good scoreline for them, but if they can pull back 2 or 3 more rounds, we still have a game on our hands here.
Right.
Cage triggered.
And it looks like Weird Esports just going for a huge right side push. Let's see if they choose to dedicate to A or if they're just going to cause some noise and rotate here. I think they could do either, but we'll see. It looks like they're just kind of staying back just to see how Reckoning responds.
The Hunter's
And there's
Fury.
a Sova ultimate coming in. Hunter's Fury.
Both of them.
Triss getting taken out, and they're dedicating to this A push right now. They're going to take it and plant.
You are divided.
Paddocks able to get some shots off, but not able to. Gets taken out by the shock dart. That is unfortunate. Astra ultimate just splitting it right there. It's so hard to play against just because you can't see through it. I mean, the only way to see through it is to walk through it. And for some reason, okay, it looks like IonQ and Lucia, Reckoning Esports, has just chosen to let this one go, it looks like.
Now, Ion finally does have the AWP out, Tyler, and this is big. They need this. They need this AWP to work for them, but it looks like they're going to be going in for a save. Not a bad choice, honestly, in my opinion.
No. Yeah, save the AWP. I mean, Lucia still has full shield with a Vandal. You have to save those two at least.
Obscuring vision.
By the way, did I miss a Smokey ultimate again?
I don't think you did. They were able to take out Bad Love at the very last second. I can't remember if Smoke Ale popped his ultimate off. I'm just assuming every round he's gonna pop an ultimate off. So
Was the count 3 so far? Yeah, it was 3. I'm counting. Because he's gonna get one this round for sure. He's on 5 out of 6.
yeah, 3 and 9 right now. He's in 5 out of 6. It's he's gonna be getting yet another ultimate.
The poll in the chat, Tyler, interesting one. 37 votes so far. Weird Esports, 65% of the people think that Weird Esports is going to be winning tonight's semi-final.
Well, I mean, honestly, if this map is an indicator of how the rest of the matchups will go today, then they're right. and weird and Smoke A, just like they said, whoa. Oh my gosh, IonQ with the op. Good keeping that last round. Smoke A did get that orb and was able to get his ultimate. Didn't pop it off though. He's going to be popping it off next round, I think. Defender Killjoy lockdown destroyed.
With the
Not
shock
able
dart
to get
lineup?
that off.
I think
Destroyed with the shock dart.
Yeah, Rio has been watching some average Jonas videos.
The lineups are insane. IonQ's still up in heaven with that op. And he knows someone's right underneath him. And Weird Rio's right there. He just saw the top of his head, not able to catch him out. And there it is. Boom. Gets him. And they're going to get the defuse here. Another necessary round from Reckoning Esports. I think this gives them a little hope. I mean, they're 7 rounds down, but I think this gives them a little hope.
I think so because Haven, like I said,
Last
Tyler,
round
is
before the
is
switch.
possibly one of the most attacking sided maps on of this game, right up there along with Icebox perhaps. Now that's subjective. People might say they feel differently about it, and that's fine. But just going by the stats, even the 100% win rate that we talked about for Weird Esports, they had a 70% attacking win round percentage. And so I think that's what I mean. If I was reckoning esports' coach right now, that's what I'm telling them. I'm like, hey guys, this is Haven, so you know this match is not over. This map is not over yet.
Joke's over. You're dead.
Run it back, number 4 from Smoke A, folks. I am counting. I wasn't kidding about it. I am counting. It's the 4th run it back now that we have seen from him. And bad love here with the ultimate, the Blade Storm, taking a lot of damage.
Last player standing.
Doing well there, and now it's just down to the last player. It is going to be Ayan. I don't think he'll be able to pull this off. It's a 1 versus 5. But look up. Ooh, what a shot from Ayan. Gets a second. Can he get a third? No, he cannot. And he will eventually lose that operator that was working so well for them. And nonetheless, it is the end of the half. 10-2 on the scoreboard, folks. And with that, we are going to be heading into the second half. But take a look at this scoreboard. Pixels 12 and 3. Bad Love is on 11 and 10. Pixels is the role that he's playing for Weird Esports today, at least on the attacking side, has been something that seems to be really working for him. I think it complements the kind of player that he is. He seems to be coming out on top of gunfights more often than not. 12 and 3. I mean, that man's definitely looking really strong tonight. Ayan Q on the side of Reckoning Esports, as always, sharp and snappy on the jet. Made the operator count, but 10-2 is still probably not the scoreline that they would have wanted to be on the wrong side of at the end of halftime.
Yeah, probably not. And you know, let's just hope Reckoning, when they come on there to attack here, that they're able to turn it around. It seems like they do, as they do a huge overtake of A, and all that's left is Deadly trying to come in. I don't know what he does here. 5v1.
I would start with a prayer.
Let's see, as he just kind of sneaks in. He's going to check this corner. Oh my gosh, the timing there by Smoke A on that possible. Oh, it wasn't. It was Bond F. Excuse me. And that possible flash. Oh, and Triss. Triss comes around.
Triss just did a pixel.
Flanking the flanker.
Yeah, Triss just did a pixel move. A much needed first round in the bag though for Reckoning Esports in the second half. Ayan Q showing the kind of aggression, the kind of precision that Reckoning Esports need to fight back on this map. 3 kills with that ghost dashing onto site. Love it.
3 kills in it. I mean, it has to feel. You have to feel pretty good. You know, you've switched around now. They got a full Spectre buy right now, and most of them have full shield. So technically, right now, Reckoning has the advantage. They just need to win some of these gunfights. Shock Dart coming in, and they're gonna get caught out.
Look at Smokey!
Are they looking behind
them?
Are they looking behind them?
Gosh.
Oh my gosh. Smokey had the chance to take out 4 right there.
Yeah, he did.
Not able to do it.
He absolutely
Oh,
did.
that would have been so awesome.
He didn't kill the first person.
Look at that.
He went for the second one, but he got traded almost immediately.
And Reckoning Esports with a couple of really easy rounds. And all of a sudden it's 10-4 and they seem to be doing pretty well. Are they saving? Are they going to keep these Spectres as Weird goes in for a full buy?
I think that's a good move. And I guess the play that they choose now is going to be chosen wisely because they need to complement the guns that they've got. So you wanna hit spots like Garage. You wanna hit spots like avoid spots like C Long, because this range, you know the rifles are gonna come out on top.
All right, so it's going to be really advantageous for Weird to kind of take control of this round, and we'll see if Reckoning Esports lets them do that. As they just decided to fight right now. Let's see. 2v3 right now.
One enemy remaining.
Let's see if the Killjoy can do it. Can't do it. That was hard. That was hard. They came in really quick on C. I'm not sure if that was the smartest move on Reckoning's part.
I think they might be happy with a couple of kills there. But looking at the scoreline, though, I think they needed a win. And I think maybe
They did.
a slower approach, perhaps. Like I said, maybe rush garage. That might have been the right move. But
Yeah, I'm sure they were feeling themselves after winning a few rounds in a row, but we're 2 rounds away from this map being done, and a little bit of patience on Reckoning Esports' part might play a big role in their possible success here.
where's the Smokey ultimate counter at? Is it at 4 right now? I think it's at 4.
Deploying drone.
Interesting position. He's got the judge now. This could be huge.
I think it is at 4.
Now, if this drone does not spot him, it doesn't spot him. Take a look.
How
at
is
this
he
move.
able to get past? Okay, we'll see. Oh my gosh, Smokey in a great position with the judge.
3.
Takes out
One
3.
enemy remaining.
Oh,
Down.
not able to take out the 4th because his teammate gets it first, but takes out 3 and sets down the heal. What an awesome. He's been kind of sneaky these past 2 rounds.
He has.
Lucia gonna come into.
No charges left.
There it is. Now we're on match point, folks, on the first map. And hey, Weird Esports looking like they're gonna uphold that 100% win rate on Haven.
I think so. And that round had Smokey written all over it. 4 kills, 3 with that judge, and then he swaps out for a phantom. And guess what? He's got his ultimate again.
Might as well use it on this last one.
Oh, he
Reckoning
is.
Esports. Reckoning Esports coming in with a timeout here. Is it worth it?
I mean, I'm thinking about that game where God Particles was winning 11-1 against, I want to say,
Is it
FS, exactly, FS.
FS Esports? Yep.
And they came back from 11-1 to take that match into overtime. And at 10-1, there was a timeout. And Seth and me had a similar discussion. And we were like, is it worth it? I mean, it doesn't guarantee that your team's going to come back. But I think it's worth discussing. Because this match is not
true.
over at the end of this map, folks. There's also momentum. They want to end strongly on this map. Even if it's a loss, they want to end strongly because they want to carry that momentum into that next match.
Yeah, and they want to feel good going into the next map. And you're right. You're right about God Particles and FS Esports and coming back from 11-1 going into overtime. So we'll see if Reckoning Esports is able to do this. And they're just kind of sitting back and taking that patient approach right now. Let's see what happens as they come out, as they go to B.
Yeah, and a forced buy from Reckoning Esports. No choice, really. They've got no choice.
Yeah, no, you have to.
A couple of them getting stuck in deadly strap wires. Ion.
Okay.
Good.
Pixel's getting takeout by Ion Q.
There comes the
not able to take him out.
There comes the ultimate. Ultimate number
real
5.
quickly. Ultimate number 5.
And Lucia's position is given away with the neural theft from Cypher, and they are gonna hunt this man down. You know it.
Yep.
He only
They're
has a
gonna end it.
Spectre.
They're gonna end it quick. Trying to go for the 360 no scope, and there it is.
Defenders win.
Weird Esports taking down Reckoning on Haven to keep their 100% win rate alive.
That stat looked a bit sus, Tyler. But honestly,
Yeah, I wasn't sure, but I think we know now. I think we definitely know now.
that performance from them was so strong. We're going to talk about a few players. And in that second half, really, Smokey and Deadly overtaking Pixels, at least in that kill count. Even Bad Love, for that matter.
Right.
But Reckoning Esports perhaps just getting caught on the back foot a little bit. I think Weird Esports just coming in and just absolutely dominating in that first map.
Yeah, I expected to see a few more lockdowns from Trist. Ion Q and Lucia coming in. Ion Q did so well coming in for Reckoning Esports, but it seems like Weird just has Haven figured out, and I don't know if it would have mattered who they play on Haven. They were probably going to win. But as we head into the next map here in a few minutes, Ascent, I think this is going to level the playing field just a little bit. Now, Weird Esports has a 60% win rate on Ascent, but we'll talk about that in a minute. For me, the MVPs of this map on Weird's part were Pixels and Smoke A. I mean, you can't pop 5 or 6 ultimates off and lose. And so Smoke A coming in, popping off an ultimate, what seems like every other round, and Pixels once again just predicting and knowing exactly where to place all of Astra's utility was just impressive to me. So yeah, as we head into Ascent, I want to look at the stats for Weird Esports and for Reckoning. So the stats on Ascent here, Weird Esports has a 60% win rate, so it's not 100%. They're not guaranteed to win this one. And they seem to do better on defense than they do attack. And honestly, their agent composition is the same. A couple of changes, but they keep the Astra, they keep the Jet, they keep the Sova. You almost need to on Ascent there. And so looking over at Reckoning Esports, their highest win percentage is on Ascent, 62%. And that's not much different than Weird Esports. So we should be expecting a really, really clean matchup here, as they also do better on defense on Ascent too. I'm thinking it's a more of a defender-sided map, obviously.
Yeah.
But a different agent composition from them with the Cypher and the Omen coming in. The Omen is a little shocking for me to see, but as an Omen main, I'm excited to see what happens there.
Omen is definitely my controller of choice as well. Another thing that jumped out at me from the stats of Weird Esports, their win percentage on Bind is 0. Now, I don't know how many games they've played, but obviously they don't seem to be enjoying playing that map. And looking as how it is the third map tonight, Tyler, do you think they're telling themselves, folks, we need to finish this one off at Ascent, and we don't want to go that tiebreaker?
I honestly think you're exactly right. I think what they're saying right now is, okay, we know the next match is Ascent, and we need to win that, because obviously they have played in the last 60 days. They have played Bind. These stats, folks, are from the last 60 days and all matches played. So they have played Bind, but they've never won. They haven't won on Bind in the last 60 days. And, that maybe that's due to their agent composition. It looks very different than their agent composition on Haven and Ascent.
Yeah, a dual controller meta there. It's been a while since I've seen that.
Right, and so maybe it's due to that. Maybe they just don't like Bind as much. But I think that's definitely what Weird Esports is telling themselves is, hey, we need to finish this out this map, because if we get to Bind, we're not really sure what's going to happen. And here's what Reckoning Esports is telling themselves. If we can go to their stats real quick. Here's what Reckoning Esports is telling themselves. We got this. Who cares about Haven? That's our lowest map anyway. We're getting into the 2 maps we play best.
That is right.
So let's feel it. And I think they're going to be feeling it as they come in. I love the Cypher Omen pair on that agent composition. And so I'm betting, if you're Reckoning Esports, I know they just lost that map 13-4. But I don't think that matters to them. I think they're just able to let's turn it around, and they're going into the 2 of the maps that they play best. And so you have to be feeling really good. I'm excited for them.
Me too. And I want to talk about one player from Reckoning Esports, Tyler, that I felt was really looking good, and that's definitely going to be Ayan. I think he needs to continue doing what he did on Haven. The way he was entry fragging, fearless, man, absolutely fearless. And that's what I love to see in a Jet. Dashing into their smokes and just finding those picks, especially that first pistol round in the second half. Fearlessly dashing on the side, getting 3 picks with that ghost. And I saw him do that a couple of more times. And the worst thing that can happen to Reckoning at this point is that Ayan gets demotivated after that first map, and he's like, guys, I'm not feeling it. Because if Ayan gets down, the team's gonna be really struggling there. And so sometimes you can feel that weight on your shoulders as a player who's consistently performing. So I can see Godspeed is on in the coach position, and maybe Godspeed just needs to jump into Discord and tell Ayan, bro, listen, you got this, man. You got this.
Yeah.
You just got to keep popping off.
Yeah, if they can keep their morale up, and honestly, I don't think they have any reason to feel down. You know, that map obviously didn't go the way they wanted it to, of course. But I don't think they have any reason to feel like they're out of this at all. I mean, they have the chance to play in the finals for a prize pool of 1.5 lakhs, and so they need to feel not. I think they should feel like they're still in this, but they need to feel like they're still in this. They have a chance here. And so, yeah, I think if IonQ is feeling that type of way at all, yeah, you're right. Their coach needs to get in there and be like, okay, hey, let's reset. These are our maps, and we can do this. So, yeah, as we get ready, the players are readying up, and we'll see here in just a couple minutes, jumping into Ascent. But
one player that I felt really stood out in the previous game that Reckon played, Tyler, was Paradox on, and I think you and me were casting that together. And he was playing Omen on Split, if I'm not wrong. I don't know if you remember that one clutch that he did when he was in a 1v2 situation. The shrouded step that you talked about, the fake TP.
Yep, I don't forget stuff like that. That was awesome.
And so looking at that, the stat where we saw Omen on the most commonly used agent comp, I don't think there's any doubt that it's going to be Paradox who's going to be on the Omen on Ascent as well.
Right. And if he can just use that Omen to cause some confusion on Weird's part, and these are pro players, so they're not going to be that confused. But if he can just cause a split second of questioning, then Reckoning has a really, really great chance, especially with that Omen, to be on top for this map. And it looks like, folks, our players are ready. We're ready to cast this map. So we're jumping in right now to Agent Select on Ascent here.
Any predictions, Tyler? Now, we talked about agent compositions, but any predictions on the scoreline? And I know it's too early for us to guess, but do you think Weird Esports is going to carry that momentum into this game?
I think they're going to carry the momentum, but what I also think is Reckoning is going to come in really confident. And we're not seeing the Omen on Reckoning's part right now. But anyway, let me continue. Yeah, I don't think Reckoning's going to come in and carry bad momentum from the last map. I honestly think what's going to happen is we're going to see a really, really even matchup. Reckoning's going to have to work for this map, but I think in the end we'll see that they pull through, and this will go to bind.
I think so too. And Reckoning really needs to lift themselves in one sense, right, from that previous match. Because losing like that on Haven, it wasn't just the scoreline, but I think it was just a bit. I don't know what the phrase is. Soul crushing, is that the phrase? Because they were trying, man. They tried, but Weird was just way better. And sometimes you just need something to lift you, and maybe it's a coach's role to do that. We're gonna have to wait and see. Trist is gonna be most likely on the Killjoy. I don't know if he's AFK right now, but not surprised to see Bad Love on the Jet again, and Ayan, and almost a similar lineup. And there's no Omen. There's no Omen on Reckoning Esports. There's no Omen on the map.
And man, that's I don't blame them, but I was kind of looking forward to it.
Yeah, me too.
They obviously have a game plan though, as they choose very, very similar. I think is it the same agent compositions?
Yeah, it's exactly
as
the
each
same.
other. And so I mean, they know something that we don't know, and I guess what my prediction was about this being a very even matchup. I mean, just looking at agent composition seems to be true.
Mirror lineups from both the teams. Smokey, interestingly, shifting over to the Sky. Now, this is the agent that I've seen him play lately, a lot of. Except the exception being Haven, where he switches over to the Phoenix, probably because of those endless ultimates that he likes to use.
Yeah, and we'll see what they end up doing here as we start this second map of the semifinals of League Egos 2021 Challenger Series. And it looks like Weird Esports is going to kind of gather around B as they send just a couple over to A, just to scope out some info. And right now, right now I'm not really sure what Reckoning Esports wants to do. I'm not sure they know either. They need to gather some more info.
Ayan's walked
And,
deep into mid pizza though, and take a look at this. He's trying to get
really
some control.
has. Oh, the advantage we have of seeing the map and where all of the players are is that we can just see like, oh, just turn that corner, you'll be able to kill 4 of them, and not necessarily working out the same for the players, as they obviously can't see it all. But here we go. It looks like an overtake of A. We have Rio and Deadly coming up to heaven, but a nice blind coming from the Astra. And Ion Hughes is shown out, but able to kind of get out of there. Turret coming in from Deadly is destroyed real quick. And there's the spike plant. Ion Q underneath.
Enemy
Ooh, Bondef was not looking, and bad
I was
love.
able to take him out.
Too
And the
easy,
defenders,
man.
Weird's going to take this round. And that was honestly, I don't feel like Weird. I don't feel like Weird was really, really in charge there. I just feel like they played it well. And so let's move on to the next round and see what Reckoning does here.
Yeah, I'm a little bit disappointed that they weren't concerned about A main at all. All their attention was focused onto heaven, and it was so easy for Bad Love to just jump in and pop those 2 heads.
It was easy, and I really thought IonQ was going to be able to take him out. He got first shot on Bad Love, but Bad Love's aim must have just been better. And once again, great Astra utility coming in from Pixels. I'm loving Pixels on the Astra. And seems like he's predicting it too. I mean, full A push from Reckoning, and they're going to know it too. Oh my
Ooh,
gosh, Pixels
Pixels.
trying to go in for the whole spray and pray to take him out. Lucy on the shorty, what can she do? Oh,
He gets a pick.
gets a pick, is able to capture the orb, is the last player standing, and that's a tough spot to be in. She just crawls over trying to rotate to B.
I think if there was an award for the most one-dimensional gun in this game, I have to give it to the shorty, because you can literally do nothing else with it apart from hold a
One
corner.
thing.
Yeah. And now he just has to
Oh,
wait
man.
and hope that someone pushes him. That's the move
Bad
right
Love
here?
is going to take him out quick here. There it is.
Second
Yeah,
round on the board.
Unfortunately. Yep.
Expected as
Weird
well,
esports.
because they came in with a full buy, Tyler. So, I mean, there was a Vandal in there as well. Someone was bold enough to get a Vandal in that second round. So, 2-0. And now Reckoning Esports, they need to come to the party now.
Yep. 2-0. Full team of Phantoms, full buys, everything on Weird Esports part. We have a Marshall, a couple Spectres, and a couple Vandals. So it's a weird layout, I think, but they seem to be knowing what they're doing.
I'm looking at IonQ's screen right now, and he looks pumped. He looks absolutely pumped. I'm fully expecting him to come in. Gets one. Can he get the second? Bondiv gets the second. Reckoning Esports with some initiative here. They're showing, oh my god, a third as well.
Really strong push coming in here. And let's see, Pixels is coming up. He's gonna check this corner. IonQ is in, but he's not gonna look behind him. Oh, we'll see if he knows if IonQ's there. He's aiming right at him, but he has no idea. Nope, he's not there. He's not there, and they're just gonna wait. As soon as this goes away, we'll see if they push in.
And Ayan now goes back to the spot that Pixels pre-fired earlier. And hang on, what's happening? Looks like
Are they gonna let him have it, or are they gonna make their way down this hallway? I think they're gonna let him have it.
Good move. And this is the decision making that I was talking about. It just it just shows me that there's so much in control of the game. They know it's the bonus round, and like you said, Tyler, they stayed with one investment of a Vandal, and I think they picked up Bondef's gun.
Yeah, that was smart. It was smart on Weird Esports. But I mean, great job on Reckoning Esports to overtake that.
absolutely.
I mean, Reckoning forced them into that decision. So Great job on theirs, and
No, yeah,
we'll see if Reckoning can keep this
I
up.
was just gonna say, man, Ayan, I was looking at his screen before the round began. That man, it was pulsating. You know what I mean? I could feel it. He was like, I need to pop some heads here, and they showed the intent, Bondef and him together, pushing through that mid, getting those 3 picks. I mean, that's more like a Reckoning.
Just
that's
killing
the
it.
Reckoning
Yeah,
we want to see.
Even as I watch INQ's screen right now, I mean, he seems itching
Yeah.
to get this going. And we'll see as they kind of move through mid, clearing the area. And he wants to get in there.
I've got your trail.
Bad Love gets one. Team flashed by his own teammate, but he still survives. Bad Love is still alive. Gets taken out eventually.
taking out the opposing Jet as they were in their ultimate, and somehow surviving. That was crazy.
It is. Now Pixels.
See, not able to take out Pixels on the Astra. And now, interesting position is Weird has control.
Now Paddox doesn't have the spike. Oof.
He doesn't. Yeah, Weird had spike control there, and Paddox needed to kind of make his way around, but unable to do so.
It is that man, Pixels again. He's having a great day, Tyler. There's just nothing else we can say about it.
He is, man. He is feeling himself, and I'm glad he picked the Astra for this one because that was he was just feeling himself on that last map with it. Interesting buys coming in for Weird here as Rio chooses the Odin. But Bad Love is going to have the op, and that's going to make a huge difference. Let's see what he does.
Where's Weird setting up though? Where's Rio setting up? Outside of B, of course he is. He's on B side. He's gonna murder them through this wall if they do decide to come here.
Let's see what Triss does.
Ooh,
Now we have yet to see.
All 5 Reckoning players walking down A main. Now this is gonna be a YOLO W key push, like I call it. They're going in. They've got the site.
They've got the site. They just need to. There's some blinds here.
Ooh,
Ooh,
Pixels
and
to the
Triss gets
smoke.
taken out.
One enemy remaining. Spike down A.
It's all down.
Rio, not like that, man. Not like that. Jumping down from heaven with the classic right click.
Oh, that's disrespectful.
Placing alarm bot.
Man, and that was tough. I mean, IonQ got taken out so early in that round that it was just so hard. And now it's going to be a really weird. Reckoning's going to have to settle for a couple sheriffs.
Yeah.
And a marshal.
And take a look
And
at
Weird just looking so strong.
Yeah, and Bad Love's got the op out already. Hello. He's gonna pick B main.
Headshot.
Gets one. And goes down. He knows there's a second. Ooh,
Ooh,
Trist.
gets taken out. Are they going to be able to get that op? Let's see.
Gets traded out immediately. Nah, Deadly's too
No,
smart about
they
that.
keep
Yeah,
the-
look
they
at
keep
this.
the
Look
op.
at this.
That was good.
Look at him. Look at him go. Just securing the op away deep onto B side. They don't want Ayan to get this op.
Last player standing.
All right, there's the sheriff.
Pixels,
Man.
man. Pixels, you need to calm down, dude. I'm not even
Yeah,
kidding.
Pixels. Yeah, give your teammates a chance to kill somebody. Why don't you?
13-2. What did he eat for lunch, man?
He's just killing. And I mean, look at the discrepancy between Weird esports kills and Reckoning's kills. I mean, it just seems like, and I hate to say this, but it just kind of seems like they can't hang.
Yeah. Weird esports in a league of their own tonight. And Smokey does have the Seekers. He's got the ultimate ready. Pixels has the Cosmic Divide as well. On the side of RGE, though, Reckoning have 3 ultimates. Now, they need to make this work. They've got the Hunter's Fury, Ayan's got his Blade Storm, and Lucia's got his Cosmic Divide as well. So, Reckoning needs to work something out here.
Right, and I know it takes a while to get, but we have yet to see a successful Killjoy ultimate.
That's true.
The last map, it got taken out by a shock dart of all things, and no one's got it this map so far. So we'll see what happens here. as it doesn't seem like Reckoning knows which way they want to go. I think they finally made a decision to head over to A, but there's a lot of weird esports players waiting for him right there in A short.
And Bondev does get taken down by Bad Love with the operator in mid.
Here.
And I like this approach from Reckoning Esports a bit better though. They're a bit more measured. Now that flash gives up. They know that he. And there you go. Out comes the Sky Ultimate, and so much for.
But here comes the attacker Killjoy.
Look at Pixels' position. What?
Standing.
How is Pixels doing this?
Taken out. One
He takes
player
out
detained
three.
by Killjoy, but able to get the spike down.
It's down to Lucia.
No, the spike's not finished. And Lucia taken out.
Weird Esports are looking really strong, man. I'm not gonna lie.
Man.
Pixels once and
Great.
good timing. Good timing.
Yeah, great timing on that timeout. I was sorry to cut you off, but yeah, they initiated that timeout, and that's what they needed to do. 16-3 for Pixels.
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say, how is he walking into his smoke and popping 3 heads without getting traded? He gets traded eventually, but 3 kills is you cannot allow Pixels to get away with that. And Reckoning Esports need to somehow figure this out. Now, Weird have been unpredictable, granted, right? Now, Bad Love has switched around his positions. He peaked B main with the op in the previous round. This round, he peaked mid. But you got to eventually, at some point, you got to start expecting that Pixels is going to do something stupid like that, like walk into his own smoke, while the Killjoy, while the Killjoy lockdown is ticking. I mean, he had 4 seconds to live there, and he got 3 kills. That's what I'm saying, Tyler.
Yeah, and you keep thinking that Weird Esports is going to make a mistake at some point, and it just never happens. I mean, Pixels is killing it. You have Smoke A, who is just, he's in the middle of the ground as far as their team's concerned, but he's causing a huge difference. And then you have Bad Love, who has had the op since round 1, it feels like. And so, you keep expecting them to make a mistake, and they just never do.
Now, the entirety of Reckoning Esports is outside of B main. If Rio gets this first reveal right, this Odin is going to be huge.
Yeah, he's going to shoot through that wall. It doesn't look like he does, though.
Ooh, and Ayan, brilliant.
Oh, wow. Paddocks is shocked right now. Gets taken out. Oh, my gosh. All down to Lucia.
Deadly locks it down, and Lucia is in this... Oh, Deadly with the ace.
Deadly with the ace. What just happened?
I thought Ayan's move into B was brilliant, but Deadly with his utility on the Killjoy. Complete denial by Weird Esports.
Oh my gosh. I hope someone was recording that.
Placing swarm grenade.
Oh my
Placing
gosh.
swarm grenade. Placing swarm grenade.
And there you go. That's the swarm. Did you see the swarm that Deadly just placed?
I just watched that. I have no idea you can place a swarm right there. No one's gonna see that.
Yeah, exactly. And that swarm covers the entirety of that first lane. And then coupled with an alarm bot and a turret that's annoyingly shooting at you, bro. This is why people hate Killjoy.
That's just a recipe for disaster.
That's
right
why
there.
people hate Killjoy.
Does that swarm go off even on the other side of the wall, or do you have to be on that side of the wall?
It goes on both sides. It's just like a.
Oh my gosh.
That's the thing, yeah.
Deadly taken out there, as Reckoning and IonQ make their way into B. Good dash by IonQ. Let's see there. Rio's there with the Odin, gets taken out, and now all of a sudden, Reckoning has control of.
Look at Bad Love.
Of B, and they're
Look at Bad Love.
Bad Love.
Ooh.
Bad Love taken out, and that's going to be an op for Reckoning if they're able to survive. Now it's all up to Pixels and Smoke A. Smoke A takes one out real quickly. Pixels is kind of sitting there.
I'm looking at Pixels' view right now, man. This guy's like, he's having fun.
Man, yeah, he is not feeling any type of pressure whatsoever.
Last player standing.
Takes
One enemy remaining.
takes out IonQ. Can he take out Paddocks to get the defuse? Paddocks just needs to play the time game here.
Well played.
And he takes him out. Great.
Well played. Yeah, I mean,
they're gonna get the op too.
Did
they get the op? They didn't grab the op. He couldn't get it.
They didn't grab the op.
He was going for it, but it just cut him off right beforehand.
And Weird is going to be able to afford another op easily because their economies are looking very healthy. But well played
they
to
already
Reckoning
have it.
Esports though, Tyler, that round. I mean, they knew that Deadly and Rio together, that combination is looking so good on B side, almost impenetrable. But doing really well, making their way through mid and catching Deadly off guard in that second lane. And that just opens up the whole side for them. Bad Love, what was he doing there? I'm not quite sure. Very
I don't know.
bold.
And
Look at
and
Pixels.
Bond F really kind of
Look at
coming through
Pixels.
for
Oh my god, these guys are having fun today,
Player
man.
standing.
what a round by Reckoning. Rio's the only one left.
Yeah, I mean, that was a bit hyper-aggressive what they did in mid, Smokey and Pixels together. They got punished for it, not gonna lie. And Rio here, in a 1v4 situation. It's not impossible, but
It's
Reckoning...
not, and it
but
looks like he's going to find the op, though. Yeah, but he doesn't choose to pick it up. He might not feel as comfortable with it.
no, I'm pretty sure there's a
Let's see.
discussion
He's
going on.
going to
There you
grab
go.
it.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
going to get it.
Yeah,
There we go.
Bad Love was probably saw that. He's like, hey, what are you doing? You just walked past my op. Go pick it up, dude.
And I'm going to assume here he's just going to save the op, let them have this round. They're up 7-2, about to be 7-3. I don't think they're that worried.
Yeah. And maybe a good time to talk about the magic number on Ascent.
The magic. We need an animation and a sound bite for that. The magic number.
For sure. Now, for Reckoning Esports, I'm afraid it can't be anything less than 5. It can't be anything less than 5. No.
Oh my gosh! Can he grab it real quick? He gets it. Oh, he didn't get it.
I mean, I guess they don't even want the op on attack. They don't want
Right
it.
here.
And they don't want the possibility of the same op going back to Weird because it's a huge saving. It's a huge cost saving. Getting on an
Right.
op for 4,700 credits. So
I
I've
think
even
it's,
seen
it's more worth it just to get rid of the op
get rid of it exactly.
than it
and,
is
and
to
sometimes
than it is to try and keep it.
exactly, and sometimes attackers go out of their way to throw the op out of the map in an unretrievable position. I was playing a game of Valorant even today, and it happened to me. And the Jet was so unhappy that someone threw his op out of the map. There you go. That's the reason why. That is the reason why the op is thrown out of the maps. Bad Love doing really well. Ooh, out comes
Yeah.
the Hunter's Fury.
Bad Love is loving the op right now.
Smoke A and
Picks off
Pixels.
and back. Oh my gosh! Flawless round.
These two players together, Smoke A and
Last round in
Pixels,
the half.
have built a partnership that is looking so dangerous, Tyler. 3 times now I've seen this from them. Timing the flash and the push together perfectly. Smokey and Pixels kind of bullying Reckoning Esports a little bit, if I'm being honest. And 8-3 on the scoreboard.
Yeah, I think Smoke A has taken a great role in his team today. You know, the scoreboard says he's only 4-7, but what he's able to help Pixels do, he's just as much to give credit to than Pixels is.
Yeah, and I guess sometimes when one of your teammates is popping off the way Pixels is,
Let him.
yeah, they're just like, I'm gonna do everything I can to make it easier for you.
Right here.
Yep.
8-3, the magic number now unachievable for Reckoning Esports. But
Yeah, it's gonna be hard after this to kind of come back.
even if they get a 4th round now, I think it's still game on. Honestly, I think it's still game on. Because I'm looking at Reckoning
I think you're right.
Esports.
They're definitely not out.
This time, however, Ayan will come out on top of that fight. Pixels taken down, finally. Only for the 6th time in this entire match so far.
Insane.
And Reckoning does have side control. The plant's going to go down. A 5v4. Yeah, 5v4. Now, Weird. Reckoning needs to work this one out.
2 Killjoy ultimates coming in on the same spot.
It's going to be
This
KG.
is gonna be interesting.
It's going to be KG. He's going to force both teams to go out.
It looks like Iron Q's just gonna stay in, and he's gonna get a kill out of it too. And he is detained, and he's caught out because of it. That's a tough
There's
position.
2 players detained.
One enemy remaining.
What?
Oh, Rio taking him out with the ultimate.
Oh my
Gets 2 with his
gosh.
ultimate. He got 4 kills this round. Rio, where did you come from, my friend?
I really thought Reckoning was in a great position at the end of that plant, Tyler.
They were. I mean, I think they were, and Weird just came in and just didn't let him have it.
Yikes. 9-3 on the scoreboard. The only comforting thing about that is the possibility of the 9-3 curse coming into play. Oh, the 9-3 curse, Tyler, by the way. I don't know if you heard of it.
I was about to ask you, I know the magic number, I know the golden tongue. What's the 9-3 curse?
The 9-3 curse, I didn't make this up. Okay, this is a thing in Indian Valorant. The 9-3 curse is basically, it comes from, I think it was G versus VLT where it first happened, where every time the halftime score was 9-3, the team that's on 3 ends up winning the match. And I don't know what it is. And yeah, it's like it's so funny. And then when it started becoming popular, we started seeing it even in real ranked games. And even if you're in a ranked match,
no idea how badly I want that to happen.
and particularly with G versus VLT, which by the way they call it the Val Classico in India, because they're arguably the two biggest teams from this region. I think it was G who was down 9-3 a couple of times, more than twice. It's happened too often, and I just got dubbed as the 9-3 curse.
I want that to happen so badly. We'll see what happens. Weird taking a really slow approach, keeping the spike around A, and looks like they are going to try and come in and overtake A here. And now Reckoning knows where they're at and is able to kind of surround them. We'll see.
They've lost a player in Smoke A. They've lost Smoke A in mid now. 5 versus 4. The man advantage is with.
Lucia gets taken out in heaven.
I was going to say the man advantage is with Reckoning, but Weird, deadly, taking down 2
all of
players.
A sudden.
Good flash. Good flash. Pixels gets 1. Bond F gets the trade.
And Bondef is on site.
Last player standing.
Rio's
Gets
outside.
4.
And
Is it going to be a second ace? Is it going to be a second
just down
ace?
to Rio. Can he do it? Bondef is low on health. The defuse coming in.
Oh,
and there's the ace.
The second ace of this match. This time to Reckoning Esports. And sometimes, sometimes when you're losing, it's a moment of brilliance from one of your teammates that can really lift the entire team. And I wonder if this ace from Bondef is what Reckoning needed.
I would definitely put an ace when you're down 9-3 in the brilliant moment category. So I think you're right. Let's see what happens here. Reckoning Esports setting up Killjoy Trist on the Killjoy setting up his utility. Alarm bots, swarm grenades, and Weird Esports kind of coming through mid, looking like they want to go B right now. We'll see.
Dare I say, chat, dare I say the 9-3 curse is initiated?
It has begun. Ooh, Lucia getting taken out quick. Smoke Ace just on the classic, able to grab a Spectre. And can't kill Paddocks. Oh, gets him at the last second with the classic, but gets taken out.
Good damage control from Reckoning Esports. Now, I was starting to get a bit worried there.
Me too.
Pixels is being so annoying with that classic. I'm not. And still, he's still alive.
Is he still alive?
Now, he knows Bondef is low, so he wants that pick.
And just couldn't handle it. Gets taken out.
And Trist will be there to control the damage, and with that 9-5 on the scoreboard, a couple of picks going the way of Weird in the starting of that round, and I was starting to get a bit worried for Reckoning there, but responding well, Trist, getting those kills. 9-5 on the scoreboard. Now Pixels, man, 23-8 right now, Tyler. He's above and beyond anyone else on this map.
You know, before this, we talked about Smoke A having a 20 or 30 bomb.
Right.
And, you know, he's been a part of it. That's for sure. He's definitely helped Pixels to get there. But Pixels, with the hopefully 30 bomb coming in.
Right here.
And a quick little timeout coming in from Weird. I'm not sure if this is a technical timeout or if they're just deciding to take a quick pause.
Well, it's got to be a technical timeout because I think they've already used the pause for this match.
I think you're right.
Yeah. It gives us a chance to look at the scoreboard, and Bond F on the side of Reckoning
Right
is
here.
looking good somewhat. Tyler, he's on 14 and 11. I think thanks to that ace actually. Getting those kills really boosting his confidence perhaps. But Reckoning still really not on a full buy because they don't have the money for it. They come in with a couple of Spectres, of
Right.
Bulldog, and 2 players on half shields. But
You know, ever since a couple seasons ago, I remember 2, maybe 3 seasons ago, the Bulldog was useless.
Yeah.
Now all of a sudden you're seeing it used in tournaments, and people are using it effectively.
Yeah, I mean, it is a good gun for the second round, I think. And if you can't really afford a full Vandal, especially the ADS burst, it can be quite deadly if used well. And speaking of deadly, look at Deadly's position. Reckoning esports, a lot of control over this A main, and take a look at Bond
Yep.
F. He's in wines.
They're shutting the door. And it seems like they're gonna force Weird Esports just to rotate over to B, and
Yeah.
this feels like it's Reckoning's game plan. I know Weird Esports might feel like, okay, we're gonna fake A and then go B, but this feels like it's exactly what Reckoning wants them to do. I don't know why I feel that way, but
Ooh, Rio gets a useful pick through the smoke onto
taken out by
Lucia.
the shock dart.
He's gonna get healed up by Smoke A as well. Back to
Yeah,
100
I
HP.
may have been wrong about this being Reckoning Esports' plan.
I have the spike.
Yeah, I mean, I guess Deadly's lockdown really gave them no choice. And once again, Tyler, take a look at what
Right.
Pixels is doing. Pixels. He's going to come up
Takes out
behind
another.
3 players on CT. He's flanking the defenders again. Reckoning have to be aware of this.
Yeah, they have to know he's there. He's gonna. Oh my gosh,
Now
what an
they do.
opportunity he has.
Now they do.
Yep, now they know.
The number advantage still with Beard, though. And what's the decision? The decision is to save.
It looks like they're just gonna save.
Was it? Triss doesn't even have a rifle. Maybe go for exit frags. Maybe go for the exits. There you go. There you go. That makes sense. Maybe get another?
Can you find him?
Or maybe just go save Bad Love's gun. No, he's not.
He's not.
I'm-
Okay, well,
I am
you go.
surprised by that move, Tyler. I'm not gonna lie. I am surprised by that move. I don't know if a Spectre is worth saving. I know he has full shields, chat. I know that. I know the argument. But should he have made an effort to get Bad Love's gun? I don't know.
yeah. When I saw that he was retreating with the Spectre, I think it was good on who was it? I think it was good on INQ's part to save his Phantom.
Right.
But yeah, when I saw Trist with the Spectre running away, I was like, you might just need to get in there and try and get a gun, my friend.
Or a bunch of exit frags, 2 or 3, and hurt the economy of Weird Esports. Because right now, Weird Esports are looking comfortable.
They are, and they're sitting at a 5-round lead. They can afford, if they wanted to. I don't think they will. Triss gets taken out through the smoke. They can afford if they wanted to give up a few rounds, but it doesn't look like they're going to let up at all.
Yeah, and I'll tell you who can't afford to lose a few rounds is Reckoning Esports.
Right, and it just kind of seems like, okay, they're doing some work up in heaven. Haddox only has a shorty, though, and like you said, the gun's got one use. Get up in someone's face and pull the trigger, and he's not getting up in anyone's face in the position he's in. Oh, man. And look who came around from the back.
Pixels again, wasn't it?
Look who came
It was
around from the
Pixels.
back. It was
And
Pixels.
He almost seems a bit upset with Smokey for not leaving anything for him, Tyler. Reckoning Esports will
Another
pull out.
late timeout.
Yeah. Yeah, 11-5. I mean,
Still doable.
it is. It is. It is still doable. It's still doable. What are you telling? I mean, what did they talk about at this point? What did they talk about?
I'm kind of at a loss. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what you talk about, to be honest with you. I mean, you just did worse than this on the last map. You're doing slightly better, but you're 2 rounds away from losing the semifinals. And, you know, the game is not over. This is still doable. The 9-3 curse can still be a thing. I'm really not sure what you say. I mean, I guess you just try and motivate your team to play smart, and I think that's been the whole thing with Reckoning as we kind of come out of this timeout. That's been the whole thing with Reckoning. The last map and this map is just it seems like they get a little impatient. They don't make smart decisions. They rush in and they try and overpower them, and maybe they're used to being able to do that, but Weird is too good of a team to just try and bulldog your way through, and so I think they're just gonna have to start playing much smarter.
Yeah, and 5 rifles for Reckoning Esports, so that's a bit encouraging for them. And on the side of Weird, they have a Spectre, so Deadly is down with just a Spectre. Bad Love's gonna be on the... That's 30 HP that he should have lost right there.
Yeah, it is.
Bad Love is going to be... He's going to be on his Blade Storm. Sorry, Tyler. He's going to be on the Blade Storm. Now, that Blade Storm needs to work, dude, for Bad Love.
Get out of my way.
Honestly,
Yep,
I mean, Pixels is really sort of stolen the limelight from... I thought Bad Love was going to shine tonight.
Right, yeah, no, Pixels has just been too good on that Astra. And here we go. We're going to see the first altercation here near B.
Uh-oh,
Some blinds coming in.
That's a problem. Lucia.
Oh my gosh, Bad Love gets taken out by Lucia. And this is what I was talking about. Reckoning just needs to let them come in and play their game and not force anything to happen here.
Rio gets another.
Rio taking out. But Rio gets taken out real quick after that.
Ayan.
Oh, what a great dash by IonQ, and he's only got Pixels left. Pixels takes him out, and it's down to 1. It's down to Trist. And is he gonna let him have it? No, the spike's still down.
No way. He's got the lockdown as well, so
he can use it if he needs to. The spike's been picked up by Pixels. Pixels is gonna go try and plant. He hears it. What's he gonna do?
this is gonna be interesting. Now Pixels needs to make sure that Trist is not allowed to use the ultimate, and take a look at this.
There it is, and he's gonna get the defuse. Oh man, that was so good.
It came down to composure in the end, didn't it, Tyler? It came down.
Yep, it really did.
And I'll tell you what, Pixel's move was there. He could not allow Trist to use that ultimate, because if he did, he would have been rushed out of his position. Because there's a
then
spot,
it would have been a defuse anyway.
Yeah, and there's a spot on B main, right on the switch, where if you do the lockdown, you cover the whole of B site, and there's no other escape, but they need to run out of B, and Trist is going to be watching both those angles, and so Pixels knew that he had to take that fight as early as possible.
And I don't think Pixels. I think Pixels knew where he was. I mean, there's a reason that he placed his smoke right. That was the only place he placed the smoke, but I don't think he expected him to be right there as soon as he walked through. So I think Pixels got a little surprised right there.
Yeah.
Trist is gonna close this door, and we're gonna see what happens here. As it looks like Weird's gonna try and come through mid to take A. Excuse me. Lucia once again kind of coming through.
Searching for that second pick. He did.
I think they did, and Lucia gets one, but gets taken out himself.
Okay, gets Ayan as well. Man, disadvantage here definitely for Reckoning Esports, but Paddocks does well.
Paddocks takes out one. It's a 1v2 right now, and the door is closing. He's gonna have to go around. He's gonna place his Killjoy down, and that's gonna be big for overtaking this. But they get the plan off right away, and I think I don't know if he's going to be able to.
Man. He needs to go for the defuse ASAP. Now Pixels is going to be annoying with his stars. He's not going to allow the defuse to happen.
One enemy remaining.
Ooh, he takes out Pixels, and it's just down to Rio.
He's got a shock dart.
And we'll see what he does. The lineups takes him out, and he's going to get Trist coming in clutch.
2 rounds back to back, Tyler.
Trist is pulling through. He's really taking control of this. I don't want to say anything too soon, so I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm not going to say anything at all.
I think you're good. You got the golden tongue, so you can say it. I'm going to be quiet about it.
I'm not saying it. I can't.
But Trist,
I might say it. If Reckoning takes this round, I might say it.
Fair. That's fair. But Trist taking responsibility on his shoulders, winning those 2 rounds and showing his team that they're very much still in this match.
Yeah, if anybody on Reckoning was feeling like they should just give up, Trist has given them hope, and so they need to kind of build off
For
the
sure.
momentum that he's bringing their team.
For sure. And looks like there's some energy in Reckoning Esports now. Ayan once again in this naughty position.
Here we go, and they need to be careful though. They can't let this cause them to be impatient. They need to keep playing a patient game and not going too far out.
Whoa, Ayan!
Gets a collat! Eye on cue. What a great kill. 2 kills.
He gets a
They just
collat.
lined up
They
for him
lined up-
perfectly there.
Yeah, and that's exactly what Reckoning needed. That's what they needed now. Weird Esports. A little bit on the back foot. 3 versus 5.
Okay, Paddocks has seen Bad Love. Swarm Grenade has gone off. Smoke A, Bad Love, and Pixels making their way in. Ooh, Paddocks gets taken out, but it's okay. It's still a 4v3.
Now Trist knows that Smokey is in that little cubby.
Oh yeah, look at Bondef though. Coming around the back with the Spectre and taking
Interesting.
Iron
Great
Q
flank.
out.
Great flank from him.
One
And
enemy
now,
remaining.
okay,
30 seconds left.
there we go. Now Weird is uncomfortable because he knows Smoke A knows he's surrounded. Let's see what Smoke A can do here. Only 11 health
11
though.
HP.
11 HP. Gets
Let's
taken
see,
out. Okay.
It's
Okay.
happening.
No, I don't feel like I
It's
should say it yet.
happening, Tyler. The
I don't know if I
90
should say it yet. I know I said I would, but I don't know yet.
Ayan did brilliantly. I mean, that's what I'm saying. There's a renewed hope in Reckoning Esports all of a sudden, and I think it's this man Trist who has got to take credit for that. A couple of rounds
yeah.
back to back, clutching it for his team. Ayan is looking good and sharp again for his team. Bond F has been good as well, 16 and 16 on him. And guess what? Weird Esports is coming in with an eco. Is this the first time in this whole match that they're doing an eco round, Tyler? I don't remember them doing an eco round before this.
And let's see. Hopefully, Reckoning can take advantage of this. I mean, oh, Bondef gets caught by that dog big time.
No,
He just needs to
Weird
pick
is
up.
making it work.
No, Weird is gonna do it.
I've got your trail. Last player standing.
Not like this,
Oh
guys.
my
Planted.
gosh.
No.
And this is what I was talking about. See, now Bad Love has a Phantom. Oh, he just needed to look through that wall. And this is what I was talking about. Reckoning not getting comfortable just because they have the advantage and becoming impatient. And I think that's what happened. They saw that Weird was in an eco round and thought, hey, let's just rush him. And that's not what they did. Paddocks gets taken out. Thrifty win of that round, and look at this. They didn't have to purchase a single gun, and now they have full Phantoms and a Vandal.
That one's gotta hurt for Reckoning.
That was a hard one, and match point coming in. I think if Reckoning won that Thrifty round, I would have said it, but now I'm really not sure.
Right here.
You gotta give credit to Weird Esports though. I mean, making those sheriffs and a Bucky, if I'm not mistaken. There was a Bucky in
Right.
there.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that too
All right.
often.
You know what? I'm gonna say it just to see if it works.
Enemy tag.
We're going to overtime.
Let's go.
Let's see here, shock dart coming in, or is that a shock dart? Yep, it's gonna be a shock.
Lucia gets taken down on a
He's
shot.
waiting.
Another
He
player,
holds it.
Bondef
Good
is
call.
here. Oh,
Okay, Bondef able to take out Pixels, but Smoke A takes out Bondef.
yeah, it was like he got bulldozed in a little bit.
Hacker Killjoy coming in. Ion Q gets taken out. Hunter's Fury coming in from Paddocks. And it's just up to Paddocks and Trist. And Trist has the judge. Takes out one, grabs their gun. They need to be careful. Smoke is just around the corner. Not able to get a full blind on.
Trist
Smoke
only
is
on
backing up.
Trist only on 5 HP.
5 HP.
And he gets taken down by
And he
that
gets
turret.
taken out.
Oh.
It's only up to Paddocks now, and it's a 1v3. I don't know.
I think I'm gonna call it, Tyler.
Yep.
I think I'm gonna call it. This just might be the GG,
It
folks.
is. Wow.
Attackers win.
You know, I thought if I said it, it would happen, but there we go. Weird
Ladies-
esports. Man.
Ladies and gentlemen, it appears we have our second finalist for the League Ego Challenger Series. It is confirmed.
Let's go.
It is going to be Weird Esports that will be facing off against God Particles in the grand finals on Saturday. And what a match it was. I mean, let's talk about Reckoning Esports for a bit here. I think they really showed up on Ascent. I know Haven was a tough map for them. They responded well from it. It didn't start really well for them on Ascent either. It was 9-3 at halftime. But in that second half, they did much better. They showed some intent. Trist coming in, clutch couple of rounds. Ayan was looking a bit sharp. Bondef, I think, probably the best player today, especially in the second map. But in the end, man, Weird Esports just
Weird
too good.
esports just to pull through. And Reckoning, you're right. The second half of that map was insane. I like the comeback and the momentum that Trist was building, and INQ getting the collat. But yeah, Weird Esports. I mean, like, you know, I don't really know what to say. I mean, they just kind of overpowered them, and it seemed like Reckoning really wanted to push the issue.
Yeah.
And Reckoning is so good. They've played in most of the tournaments that we've put on, and they're such a great team. But it just seemed today like they wanted to push the issue and to rush in, and Weird wasn't going to let them have it. And man, my guy Pixels coming in at 28, 12, and 14 on that map, just killing the game on that Astra. That was awesome.
Absolutely, hands down, the match MVP for tonight, the most impressive player tonight. He
Yep.
was on point. He looked like he just came out of his aim lab routine. His crosshair placement, his headshots were snappy. They were snappy. He even had 3 first bloods. So going back to that joke about how we were talking about him being a duelist regardless of which agent he plays, he's going to be entry fragging for you no matter which agent he's on. 3 first
Yep.
bloods for him. And not to say that Bad Love was bad by any stretch of imagination. Bad Love was very, very good. Even in that first map, I thought he was looking pretty sharp. Smokey, as always. Smokey and Pixels, that combination, yikes. How many times do we see both of them sort of camping inside a smoke, counting? And I know the voice chat
Right.
was like, we go on 3, 2, 1, boom. Out comes the flash, out goes Pixels, taps the heads, gets a couple of kills, and it happened way too many times. And I think Reckoning Esports, that kind of aggression, that kind of systematic precision from Weird Esports, but they were just on a different level today, and I think they deserve the finalist spot. Well played in GG's to Reckoning Esports, no doubt.
Yep.
And
Big time.
we look forward to seeing them in the next tournaments as well. But tonight's Weird Esports night, guys. We gotta let
It
them,
is.
We gotta let them have it.
It is, and we're gonna see. This is not the last we're gonna see of Reckoning Esports. I believe they play in our 3rd place matchup now.
That's right. And tomorrow's
so-
gonna be Reckoning Esports versus True Rippers at
Yep,
7:30
and hopefully True Rippers has a better day, and Reckoning Esports. I don't think they played poorly today. I think if they just stay with what they did today, maybe be a little bit more patient. But you know, we'll see them tomorrow playing for this 3rd place spot for this tournament. But the big time matchup, God Particles versus Weird Esports, Saturday evening, best of 5, winner takes the tournament for this prize pool of 1.5 lakhs split between the top 4 teams.
I cannot wait. And just before we get into more details about tournament, Tyler, I'm just playing the play of the game for me today. Has to be. I don't know if you remember
Yep.
this one. It's actually playing for our viewers right now. The retake that Weird Esports did on a site. The lockdown was down and they got 2
Oh, yeah.
players detained. And Rio comes out and he kills 2 of them who were detained, and he pulls out the ultimate with 1 shot apiece, gets both those kills. I mean, this man, Rio,
So
was
good.
looking so good. Boom, boom, 2 headshots, pulls out the ultimate, bang, gets the guy outside of A, bang, gets the second guy hiding behind Jen, and boom. Site retake complete. I think
good.
he was. I mean, the whole of Weird Esports, right? I can't say that a single player of Weird Esports was lukewarm. Not a single player.
No,
Every one
They
of them
were
looking. Yeah, they all
hot.
won it. They wanted the win, man. They wanted to come out. They wanted to dominate. and they did exactly that, which makes me wonder and makes me really think about this grand finals that we're talking about on Saturday, Tyler. That excites me. A team as good as God Particles going to be facing off against a team that's playing like this. It's going to be a best of 5, folks, not a best of 3. It's going to be a best of 5. It is going to be action packed. It is going to be action packed.
Yeah, if both teams stay hot, that is going to be an insane matchup. So, man, I'm so looking forward to seeing that play out.
Join our Discord server. We drop some fun reels, highlights from tournaments like these, and you can bet that Rio retake almost single-handedly is going to make the Instagram reel for sure.
Absolutely, it is.
And a whole. I think we can make a clip dedicated to Pixels alone, dude. There can be a montage of Pixels and Smokey just destroying the opposition.
I need to see that clip. We need to just get a montage of Pixels, man, because that was so good from him. What a great play.
And is Team Valor looking at this right now and be like, did we make a mistake letting this guy go?
Oops.
Strokey, man. I think you missed a beat, Strokey, because this man is the man you need on the Astra for sure.
He is. Oh my gosh, man, can't wait.
Cannot wait, folks. But with that, we will bring this broadcast to an end. Tyler, thanks so much for being with me again. It's really such a pleasure for me. Excited for tomorrow. I think we start a bit earlier tomorrow, if I'm not wrong. About an hour or so earlier.
I think so. We have to check, but yeah, I think.
Awesome. Excited to see you tomorrow. And of course, the grand finals on Saturday. Folks, make sure you guys tune in on your way out. Be sure to enjoy these fun little interviews that I'm going to cue for you guys that we've been doing from some of the pro players. And I will see you guys tomorrow. I don't know if Kakoti says you guys are here to change the scene and fill the voids. Let's go. Am I right, Lenny? That's what we're about. That's what we're about.
100%. Okay. Listen, 3 years ago you talked about a toxic environment. Like, we're not talking about toxic, right? Like, that's in the past, right? Just that, like I talked about, like making mistakes, learning from it, doing it better. Well, you know what? We're gonna do it better, right? You show up, you just walk with us because we're walking with you.
Axel is on the wraparound here. Gets the first pick on Sway. Mindfuck, what are you doing? We know who Shreya is. Okay, you're the 100 ping monster from Australia. That's what people call you. Okay?
I've been playing Valorant since the beta days, had a lot of experience in CSGO as well. Played that semi-professionally in India as well as in Australia.
Next question. Any thoughts on Chamber?
I think Chamber is going to be very interesting for the crackhead sentinel aimers like myself. I think that playing Killjoy, playing Cypher has been a little bit done.
What would you say is your message to these kids, like these aspiring young kids in the scene who want to make it big in esports?
And I get it. You know, I know that school sucks. I know that parents are annoying. They tell you to go to sleep early. They tell you to eat on time, even though you're in a ranked game. But keep this in mind that the sooner you get that done with, the happier you'll be. And for Indian parents, it was very tough for me as well. I mean, I still to this very date, I mean, I'm now 19, pursuing this passion of mine, and I'm getting paid well for it, but my mom still is going to come from behind, hit me on the head and be like, go to bed, it's enough of a game, close it, no more. Hi, my name is Shreya from VLT Asteria. We are participating in the League Ego Challenger Series 2021. Please come and support us. Live stream will start on December 1st. You better be.
It's all about the attitude.
This next guest of mine needs no introduction. Two-time League Ego champion. I would say the best, one of the best teams in India right now. Please put your hands together, folks, for Strokey from Team Valor. What's up, my man? How are you doing?
Grizzly, how about you?
How's the journey been for you with Valor so far?
So Valor, so to be open and clear with you, Valor is nothing but a group of friends playing together for fun. Team Valor is something when we don't make any strats or anything. It just on the day, it depends on the day for us. So if the day is good, we win. If the day is bad, we lose.
Good one. How important do you think are relationships with teammates? And do you think it's possible to play competitively with people you don't necessarily get along?
You need to have a good bond with the person you're playing with.
Right.
So good bond means good understanding.
Any team from the League Ego Challenger series that you're looking forward particularly to playing against?
Will be, I think, Cohesion,
Right.
Fangs, FS,
FS?
and WeirdX. Yeah, and WeirdX.
Right.
Because WeirdX has her pawn in them.
Who's
Pixel.
that? Oh, Pixel has moved to Weird. That's right.
WeirdX, yeah.
If you had to take an agent out from Valorant on a date, which agent would that be?
Reyna is pretty rough.
Very nice.
Viper is toxic.
Viper is
Yeah,
toxic.
Viper is toxic. And Jet is pretty fast.
Jet is too fast.
Yeah. So yeah, Sage, the calm, composed person. Yeah, healing us in times of bad times. Yeah, I will take out her on a date.
All right, guys.
And yeah,
Shreya, you have competition for Sage.
I'm Strokey from Team Valor. We are participating in League Ego Championship 2021. Live streaming will start from December 1st. Please tune in and support us. Thank you.
I don't know if Kakoti says you guys are here to change the scene and fill the voids. Let's go. Am I right, Lenny? That's what we're about.
Bro.
That's what we're about.
100%. Okay. Listen, 3 years ago you talked about a toxic environment. Like, we're not talking about toxic, right? Like, that's in the past.
Right.
Right? Just that, like I talked about, like making mistakes, learning from it, doing it better. Well, you know what? We're gonna do it better, right? You show up, you just walk with us because we're walking with you.
Axel is on the wraparound here. Gets the first pick on Sway. Mindfuck, what are you doing? This next guest does not require an introduction. He's been a pro player in the Valorant scene for a while. Please join me in welcoming Smoke A.
Hello, hello.
say is your inspiration to be in esports?
ये तो बहुत मतलब
मुश्किल
फेवरेट
सवाल है,
क्वेश्चन
बड़ा सा।
बोलूंगा।
अच्छा, फेवरेट क्वेश्चन, ठीक है, बढ़िया, चलो।
क्योंकि इंस्पिरेशन लाइक मेरे चाचा से लिया है। सो हिज नेम इज शैडो ए।
If I'm not wrong, he's a CS:GO pro, right? मेरे को याद था करण, एक राउंड जब तुमको पैरा ने नाइफ किया था।
It's a knife, Seth.
बहुत ज्यादा टिल्ट हो गया था मैं।
Awesome. And उसके बाद
तो एक मोटिवेशन मिल गया हमें सबको। मैं तो बहुत ज्यादा लाइक मोटिवेट ही हुआ उससे लाइफ से। तो आई वाज लाइक घुस के फिर वही
Smoke A. Average combat score 353, 27 and 12.
But yeah, any message to पैरा, वो देख रहा होगा अभी जब ये लाइव जाएगा। क्या बोलोगे पैरा को?
नेक्स्ट टाइम सोच समझ के नाइफ करना भाई पैरा। Hi, my name is Smoke from Weird Esports. We are playing League Ego Challengers Series 2021. So please come and support us. It will be live at December 1.
Today my guest, he's playing for the lineup True Rippers right now. Please join me in welcoming Paradox.
Hello everyone.
So good to have you here. What do you feel has made you choose Valorant?
Valorant is my main game, and why it is because it comes with a fresh breath of air, because it's like a tactical shooter but with different abilities and a bit cheerful colors and everything. It's more of, what do you say, it can pull a lot of people, new people into the scene.
Yeah, dude, you still play CS:GO competitively. That is awesome. I was just talking to somebody else the other day and we were talking about, is CS:GO dying in India?
CS:GO might not ever die because it's an evergreen game. To be honest, in EU and CIS region, it's never going to die because literally all of the CS legends are almost from that region. Because like in India, CS scene was kind of, what do you say, inter-India only.
Right.
Inside India. But whenever we used to go on an Asian level, so there were low opportunities as well, and India was not invited to the Asian scene and everything.
And you know, there was this one match when you guys were playing back then, FS eSports, and you guys were playing Haven. You were Sky, if I'm not wrong, and you used 2 or 3 flashes. You blinded him completely in a corner of A lobby. You went and knifed him, and we all enjoyed that moment a lot. Okay, casters went crazy, but after that he got crazy triggered. And he said, quote his words,
like घुस के फिर वही.
And then you guys ended up, you know, losing that match. And if I can, Smokey said this about that incident.
Next time सोच समझ के नाइफ करना भाई पैरा.
We were laughing after we lost, and the only thing which you said was, "हारे तो हारे कटा कौन?" Hi, my name is Paradox. I'm from True Rippers. We are participating in the League Ego Challenger Series 2021. Please come and support us, and it will be live from December 1st. See you there.